This is the Andrew Burchett Podcast, Episode 2, Learning the Unforced Rhythms of Grace. Recently, we set our clocks back and we gained an hour, and some people love the time change that happens twice a year. I personally hate it. And usually as we fall back, I decide to use that hour as bonus time and go to bed an hour earlier. It's like reaching into a coat pocket and finding $20 in cash. You don't celebrate it until it happens. This year, I used my extra hour to watch a TV show that had very little value. It wasn't my best choice of the year. At the time, I probably justified the waste of time as inconsequential. I might have even whispered to myself, "It's been a hard year. I deserve to waste an hour on this show." In some sense, I guess I was rewarding myself for, quote, making it this far. And that night, when I went to bed, I didn't say to myself, "I'm so much richer for watching TV this evening." Well, the last 18 months of this pandemic world have opened the door to more media influence and time spent in front of screens than any other time in my life. I've read fewer books, and I've indulged in entertainment far too much. But before you label me as anti-television or anti-entertainment, I want to set the record straight. There is certainly time and space for us to take in good things digitally. The problem that I'm finding in my own life is that media is like an army. It just keeps on advancing in my life. A show on Netflix secures a beachhead, and before I know it, there is a full-scale binging invasion stealing my attention and priorities. It doesn't take very long after downloading a new game on my iPad that I want to stay up late into the night so I can get that hit of dopamine in my brain because I passed another level or earned another star for my stellar game-playing performance. In these experiences, we might even tell ourselves, this is the only place in life that I feel like I'm winning. But is that all there is? Now I've landed, and many of the things that were not happening have restarted in my life. I've been assaulted by decisions on both what to add back to my life and what I need to say no to. Many of us are now hopelessly overcommitted, wondering what happened to all that time I had before. And if you're like me, you almost feel angry when someone asks you to spend time doing another thing. The margins in our time have disappeared, and we're wondering, is this all there is to life? What happened to the idea that we could live life to the fullest, the life that Jesus said he came to give us in John 10? Well, I'm determined and committed to recovering my life and to walking into more of Jesus' invitation to this life to the fullest. In this season, I'm exploring all options to live a more meaningful, emotionally present life. You see, I've decided that my identity will not be shaped around the victim mindset. Jesus says that we are overcomers. And I know I'm empowered to make choices with the time that I have. And so I'm not going to see myself as a victim without enough time. But what will I do with my time? Recently, I've started addressing some small areas of self-discipline regarding diet, self-care. And while my life has been more than full with work responsibilities, caring for my wife as she heals from surgery, and other duties, there's still time and space for me to decide what to do and what's healthy for me. We don't have a lack of time. God has provided all the time that we need to do what he has called us to do. It was Eugene Peterson who paraphrased Matthew 11:28 through 30 in his paraphrase of the Message this way: "Are you tired, worn out, burned out on religion? Come to me. Get away with me and you'll recover your life. I'll show you how to take a real rest. Walk with me and work with me and watch how I do it. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace. I won't lay anything heavy or ill-fitting on you. Keep company with me and you'll learn to live freely and lightly. Can you resonate with that invitation, the way that Peterson paraphrases Jesus in Matthew 11? Do you feel stuck in the patterns of your life? Have you been longing for a richer, fuller life, but you just feel like you can't get out of the rut? Albert Einstein said, "Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results." Well, many of us live our lives this way. We have grand plans, hopes, expectations about living and with and for God, but things keep boomeranging back to the way that they've always been. Same temptations, same cycles, same results. Some of us have lost hope that we'll ever get a breakthrough. And yet, I want to learn new rhythms to get breakthrough. I want to learn these unforced rhythms of grace with Jesus. So I'm focusing more on how I spend my time, how I take care of my body, what I'm learning, what I'm reading, what I'm creating, who I'm spending time with, and how I'm connecting with Jesus. I'm reading books and trying new rhythms. I'm asking lots of questions about healthy rhythms, and I'm trying new schedules. I'm pushing into the spiritual disciplines and confronting hard spaces in my heart. So I invite you to join me. Join me in discovering the unforced rhythms of grace.